So now you understood how self-regulation and motivation, and especially intrinsic motivation, is so important. Okay, now let's say you've sorted out your regulation issues. You've sorted out, why you want to do something and your internal motivation. Will that take you towards progress, and will that make you disciplined? No, really. Now let's understand consistency, the third factor. So let's say, many of us are doing this. You wear these smartwatches and you want to do 10,000 steps. One day you do 10,000 steps. Second day you do 10,000 steps, but you then don't do it. And so 5 out of 7 days or 3 out of 7 days, you're not hitting your target. So it's really not helping. Now look at the other way around. One day you hit those 10,000 steps by running in a park or playing football or something, which was very active. The other day, those 10,000 steps were like, generally loitering around in the house or at work, or you sort of went to the market. So even though you walked those 10,000 steps, that really didn't sort of pump up your blood or, get your heartbeat up or heart rate up. So really it was not aerobic enough. Okay. Both of these factors are going to play a big role in how consistent that effort was. Okay, so understand consistency from these two examples that I give you. Consistency first is about regularity, which means the frequency. So if you're supposed to do something daily, and if you do it daily, that frequency is there. That is one form of consistency. Now, consistency could be doing it every hour, doing it every day, doing it every week, or every 2 days, 3 days. So there has to be a rhythm of doing that. So the first step to mastering consistency is to master frequency. That do it at the interval that you are supposed to do things at. You don't get that right, again, you will not get the right results. The second aspect of consistency is intensity. The energy, the focus with which you are supposed to do. Like what I shared, when you walked, if you had played or run, it had aerobic quality in it. But whereas if you're just sort of loitering around, you got your 10,000 steps, is really not helping you. So that's where the intensity is missing. So get your frequency right, do things whenever it is intended to be done, and do it with the right energy, with full focus. And when you combine these two things is when consistency really comes up. Now, one of the two factors may go down on that odd day. Like, there's things that happen. Like, let's say you were supposed to read 30 pages on a certain day and you couldn't do it. Fine. Next day, come back with vengeance and do it. One of those days you were very tired. So as you were reading, you were sort of dozing off, or you underlined, but you did not take notes, or you sort of read it, but did not understand. Fine. The intensity was lacking on that day. But don't make this a pattern. When you make it a pattern of disturbing your frequency, or when you make it a pattern of doing things half-heartedly and not with the right intent or the intensity, that is when you don't learn the skill of consistency. And consistency first builds muscle for you, and this is where you have to understand how it is adding up to discipline. Consistency gives you the big muscle, the muscle memory, the way of understanding and looking at things. And consistency gives you so much data, and you don't even understand or realize, not understand, but you don't even realize that brain is capturing so much data. When you're consistently at something, when you're frequently at something, when you're doing things with intensity, the brain is constantly capturing data and figuring ways out to make you better. Many times people ask me, what do I do to do things better? Japanese have this philosophy of daily work management. And I say that, use the Japanese philosophy. Just do your day's work. Whatever you're supposed to do it and do it well. Both frequency and intensity will come. And that's where brain really becomes very, very powerful with consistency. By capturing data, by understanding patterns, by constantly improving your performance. Like these marathon runners, you see them going out to run, whether it's sunny, whether it's windy, whether it's cold, whether it's hot, and ask them if they get injured or fall ill or something, and if they don't run for 20, 30, 40 days, when they go back, how difficult it is, because they've now missed on consistency, right? So get this right, get the frequency right, and get the intensity right. Let your brain grow you and itself. get better in the play, not by special effort. Get better as you do things, as you continue to do things.